Hi there. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. It just got cut off. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to know how to put the two of these videos together. So you might just see part three now. But anyways, I got cut off at the point where I was trying to make that not only was the systemic racism formed to keep down the Black community through the father, through the head of the household, through the man, but it also trickled down to if he's broken and we can break him, then we can break up the family. We can break up how the woman and the man see each other and relate. We can break up who then you have mother and father in a household having like power struggles, right? Who's taking care of the family? Because now he's broken, he can't get a job, or he's got, a situation where he got a record, or, he wanted to go for a higher level position but can't get it. And it causes this brokenness in the man, which then causes this fight in the relationship, but then causes a whole crumble of the family, which causes a whole crumble in the whole society. So I just want you to stand as a person outside the Black community, and instead of saying, why is it that we see so many, people in the Black community, the men aren't taking care of their children? And I'm not one to say I'm standing up for a man not taking care of his kids. Let's be clear, I'm not one of those. But I want you to understand the formation of that systemic plan. I just want you to understand the formation of it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that if you keep getting broken and broken and broken and broken every single day, you then come to a place of you can't lift your head up. You can't come above the water. You just can't. So it crumbles a whole family, which then creates a whole, trickle effect throughout. So I just want you to, and that goes also for, let's say, a First Nation Aboriginal community. Why are they broken that way? Because there's a way to keep people down. If you can't get a job, you can't get seen, and you can't get heard, and no one's listening to you, and no one's giving you a hand. And this is the other thing, because people are going to want to say, well, why do we have to give you a hand? Well, we didn't start off the race at the same spot. We started off 450 years later. So it's not that anybody wants a handout. They want a fair playing field. So I'm really sick also of people saying, what are they expecting? We're just expecting the same thing that you expect on a daily basis. You don't expect a handout. You expect to get a job fairly. You expect to go to school and get grades, fairly. You expect to be able to, when you go to the bank, to apply for a loan because based on what you have and based on what your credit scores are, fairly. You're not expecting a handout. But when I go, let's say, to the bank, or somebody else goes to the bank that's of my race, it's not fair. They're going to be given the highest interest. They're going to be given not the same. They have to jump through a lot more to even get the attention. Put on whatever it is that they're asking for. So that's something that I think most people don't realize that happens. And that's a conversation. It's a big conversation, but there's so much to unpack when it comes to how are we even going to achieve equality, because there's so many layers to it that you wouldn't even notice. So it's not something small. And I made a post yesterday and I was saying the people from the top and the people that believe in white supremacy, I'm going to call it what it is. And the people that, those people aren't going to sit back and say, okay, let's just try something new. No. It's going to be a tough ride. And that's why it's been a tough ride this far. So people saying now, we see now, or we're seeing this, how come we're seeing all this stuff on TV now? No, it's been going on for a long time. It's just you weren't either looking at it, and you then now had no choice but to see it because you saw it live in a video of somebody being murdered that way. And this is not, again, only about George Floyd, because a lot of people are like, well, that was an incident and, that was one circumstance. And no, this is about so many more like that. So many more, not only in death, so many more injustices that it just became now the last straw. Okay. So that's the other thing. This is not something that we can sit here and say, well, it was a one-off. It's not a one-off. That's why people around the world are pissed. That's why, as a Black person, it just erodes your confidence in society and in each other. Like, I can't not say that, because that is the truth. It makes you question everything, because for us, everything is a feat. Everything is a hill to travel. It's not ever just smooth. It just isn't. It isn't smooth. It is constantly a feat to jump over daily basic things. So the conversation is one to be had, but more importantly, the actions are what speaks louder. So over time, we will see. That's the only way we're going to know if something has changed with restructuring and reform and changes in systems, in societies, and in people's minds and in their hearts and in how they look at people and how they think of people and how they act towards people. So again, just your words don't mean anything if you're not backing it up with some kind of action. Okay? Anyways, that's it. I've been on here for way too long, but have a great day. And I hope you learned something. I hope you understand something. I hope you got something out of this. And if you want to share it, fine. But I just wanted to elaborate further on the topic from a few weeks ago. Take care. Bye.